Hey everyone, it's me Stagger, and starting to get a little tired. And last time I kind of quit on the side quest and went on to the storyline. And we're just going to be fighting a lot of trapdoors now. Oh, that's my reminder. My bad. Yeah, her again? Seriously? Should have bought more lives. Door number one, nothing. Check door number two. Oh, quick note here. An annotation will be saying which door she should fight and which door she shouldn't. I'm doing this blind, so pretty much. It's been 4 years. I've never even got past this part in DS version. Honestly, I quit here around the DS version. And main reason why though I quit was because, you know, I've beaten the game a couple times. I don't feel like I need to beat it again. Plus, I wasn't really a big fan of the DS version. I mean, it was nice to see it in polygonal goodness, but, well, for one thing, it just, I don't know, it just wasn't, some of the stuff didn't just translate well with me. Like, for example, I didn't know which was which. I mean, it did have descriptions, which did help out a lot, but it took me a while to get used to the whole fire up, fire gruff, fire agra system. It was a little bit confusing at first, and then got a little. Then I got comfortable with it, but I don't know, it just didn't feel like the Final Fantasy IV I knew. It was mainly because of the whole new features with the whole bluff. Oh, that's just great. You know, there's like something like bluff, cry, pray, shadow. It was those kind of things that kind of ruined it for me. And not only that, but like, as much as I do like a challenge, it was a lot harder. Mostly because like many of the enemies actually had counters and all this other crazy stuff. It was very tedious. Much like these doors here. And then the GBA one, as bad as the music sounded on that version, again it had the same issue with the whole shadow, with the whole new battle system. Not only that, but it was also incredibly easy for the fact that all the items were half off. Ethers were actually pretty common. Same thing would be said with the DS version, except for the items being half off, but ethers were actually cheaper in that version. Also, they seem like the also the enemies were a joke. I was like, seriously? Same thing is said with all the GBA remakes of all the Final Fantasies. Like all the items are half off and etc. etc. But at least they stayed truer to their originals, unlike Final Fantasy IV did. Now, Final Fantasy IV GBA version, yeah, pretty much. Final Fantasy VI GBA version wasn't really as bad. Again, though, the item issue where everything's half off. Not only that, but the no need for Herm sandals, and the leanness list for Herm sandals, and the fact that, oh geez, nothing really. Where was I? The needless list for Herm sandals kind of made things a little bit weird. I mean, it wasn't entirely bad, but you know, that kind of makes you a little unconscious, like saying, you know, I got these Herm sandals and they increase your speed by 1. Is that speed going to be important if I were to do a speed run of this game? Or if I'm going to make a task of this game? Like, I was thinking about that. That could be made up for the fact that, you know, you don't need it, so you can actually just play through the entire game without, maybe faster, but then you have the lag issue with the spells. It's kind of confusing. It just gets confusing, because, you know, you're balancing your time, and true, you don't need to worry about the whole issue with the Herm sandals, which may save a few frames, but then you got the lag issue with the spells. So you're just wondering which is faster, the SNES version or the GBA version. Oh, the PlayStation version? That's an obvious no. The reason why I say that is because whenever you get into a battle in the PlayStation version, there's this whole warpy effect that takes forever. It's like 3 or 5 seconds. I'm like, you seriously added that? Jeez, I feel bad for the speedrunners. it's not really that. I mean, kudos with the remakes. It's just, you know, you could do a little bit better than that. Also, the PlayStation version, in my opinion, actually has the worst soundtrack of Final Fantasy VI. Final Fantasy VI is actually my second favorite. The reason why it's my second favorite is mostly because the Espers. The Espers pretty much just break the game for you. It made it way too easy. And this is with all the versions of Final Fantasy VI, in my opinion. It made the game way too easy. I'm like, seriously. Not only that, but anyone can use Espers, and which allows you to use magic, which I'm like, even some guy raised from the wild probably barely knows any English. He knows how to use Espers. I'm like, okay. But you know, you gotta give kudos to the programmers though. They made that game very, and I mean very flexible. Because of that, it is one of the best games out there. And the soundtrack is pretty beast, I'll give it that too. But I just wish they would have picked a better battle theme. Now I'm gonna get a lot of hate mail from those people who love the battle theme to death, but really, I just don't see it. In my opinion, this one is actually a lot better one, but it isn't really my favorite. My favorite battle theme is actually from Final Fantasy V. And, that's just my opinion. If you don't like it, then you don't like it. An opinion is something you prefer, not what everyone prefers. And the world doesn't revolve around your opinions. Just keep that in mind. I'm just stating my opinions. You don't have to agree with me. It's just there. Anyway, I kind of went off a tangent. Mostly because battling these doors are pretty annoying and they take forever. So I might as well just talk about something else while I wait. So, yeah. So in short, Final Fantasy IV GBA, great soundtrack and all, but great revamp soundtrack actually, but a bit too easy. DS version, really hard, great graphics, but it's also a lot slower because they try to utilize the fact that they're all polygonal and all that stuff. It's about the speed of Final Fantasy VII. Though I never really played Final Fantasy VII. Or actually, no. A better way to describe it is Final Fantasy IX. Final Fantasy IX, as much as I do like that game, the battle intro, I mean, seriously. You don't need to show every single angle of the battle before the battle begins. I mean, it's cool and all, it's just, you know, I want to just get the battle done with. And Final Fantasy IX, I gotta say, it's actually, I'm gonna swap places with Final Fantasy VI with Final Fantasy IX, because to be honest, because really, Final Fantasy IX. Yeah, let's just. It was great. I mean, the storyline was just beyond epic. So here we have the light sword. Oops. It's just beyond epic. Why don't we go to magic? Anyway, the light sword should be more powerful than me. Jeez, I got the hiccups or something. Or heartburn or something, I don't know. Anyway, light sword, yeah, that is way more powerful than the other axe. Definitely worth it over here. Anyway, so, continuing on. Yeah, and also, jeez, the boss's spells. It's a really cool light show, but oh jeez, like the final boss in Final Fantasy IX. He has this one move that actually takes about 30 seconds just to get through the animation. What the heck? Ah, man. But the thing is, though, it's only during the first animation, it's only through when you use it the first time. The rest of the time, it's only about 5 seconds, which isn't entirely bad. It's about as much as a summon. Which I guess actually could be said with every summon in every Final Fantasy. Except for this one and the DS version of this game. It will show it the first time, but it will show it through the full cinematic sequence, but you have the ability to skip it by pressing A. And that is something that all Final Fantasies should have. Anyway, oh, whoops, I didn't even see what's inside. Ninja Star and an Elixir. Anything else in here? Yes, there is. 5,000 GP. Sweet. Next door. After these whereabouts. Top door. So, yeah, that's just my tangent over there. I mean, Jesus, anyway. Great game, just, you know, you don't have to be so flashy with everything. That's all I really gotta say. Though, I really wouldn't mind a remake of Final Fantasy IX. If they were to make like a PlayStation Portable or Vita or PS4 remake, that would be pretty cool. But the thing is, Final Fantasy IX is actually considered one of the least popular ones. Sadly. That's pretty sad, considering that, you know, it's a great story. I really like that storyline. I mean, it is. And if you ask me, I haven't played it yet, but so I guess I shouldn't say anything. So, yeah, we'll be continuing these doors here in the next episode. And that's about it, and I'll be seeing ya. I might continue this talk, but if we finish all these doors here, then I won't. Alright, see ya.